Everything that we have been saying here at Talk Radio is true, that the hospital bed situation is actually not at all critical. The death rates are entirely the same as they would be in any other year. And in fact, that all of these desperately doomy predictions and gloomy predictions are completely off the scale wrong.
Yeah, I had to get this little PSA out before we start the show, because I agree with that. All the COVID restrictions, it's absolute garbage, it's absolute nonsense, and it's high time that people wake up. Here, people do seem to agree with this. Lockdowns are killing our lives, basically, and there is no relation to any virus at all. Just, some people have woken up to what government is up to, like years ago. Some people are waking up just now, but this crap has to stop. We're on lockdown in Germany, and they might even extend it. It's a chore. It's horrible, and it's not going to help us. Anyway, let's get back to the software stuff. Gazelle Project. We've been very busy for the last month with our lovely little team. International, as it happens. These are 3 interns I just worked with, and we all did a very good job, and this website happened, which is a forum, basically. Here's a post, you can make posts, you can reply to posts. Posts are text so far, but not a big problem to add file uploads either. And in this forum you can put code. This is a Java Xcode, meaning it's an extension of Java. And this is the whole homepage. This code makes this homepage. Of course, there are helper functions like for these boxes and stuff, but still, it's pretty short code. And that's the idea. You put your code in a post, and a bot will immediately check it for safety. That is this result here, and it will run the code and see what it returns. In this case, it returns a function. IF1 means it's a function with 1 argument that returns something. And here's the signature. The function takes a request, which is a request from a browser, and returns some HTML, which is a string. And the most of this thing here is just CSS, some HTML, and then this code here. Code safety means that each of the functions that are called are in a list of safe functions. What happens if you create a post with bad code? Okay, backtick is JavaX's version of executing code in the operating system. This is running on Linux, so it doesn't work either, but here's the Linux version. It pains me to type this even because it's so dangerous. This will remove all the files on the disk, and we are running as root, so it will actually execute. But this code is not safe, so the system will reject it. And for good measure, let's try this one too. This post as it is will not be run because it doesn't have a type that declares it runnable. But we also have suggesters. And for example, this suggester says, oh, it's code. And if you click here, the type of the post will have changed to JavaX code. And at this moment, you can create it, and it will run through the safety checker, which rejects it. Exit is not safe, system is not safe, backtick is not safe. They're marked as unknown, which is kind of half safe. Well, we could mark it unsafe even, to be absolutely clear. But unknown is rejected anyway. So I must not click here, otherwise we lose our hard disk. It's kind of dangerous. I should not put that in there. Or one thing I could do is actually mark it as unsafe. Can I do that? Yes, I can, I think. If I remember correctly, mark unsafe, system, exit, and backtick. If I can't, I have to make a new function. Hey, what is taking so long? Okay, mark unsafe. Let's check it out. Identifier, safety. Latest entries, yes, all three marked as unsafe. So now, I have to change this. I'm sorry. Let's use something else here. I cannot look at this because if I screw up in some way, this will actually get executed. Unsafe. So now it says precisely unsafe. The old answer is still here. The latest one counts. We are looking at ways to make this appear older, actually. Like gray it out, or eventually maybe delete it. We keep these old responses because sometimes they're helpful. So had I put some safe code in here, it would have been executed. I can put any kind of Java code here. Calculate whatever I like. And there we go. It's safe because it doesn't call any functions. And here's the result. Next we do have chatbots here. The default bot is called the FAQ bot. It answers a couple of questions. And it's on every page, basically. Well, what is it? What is it? Yeah, very good. Yes, and immediately it's obvious that a few things could be improved. It doesn't understand standard things like this. However, something very cool is that every conversation appears as a post also. Because then it can be reasoned about. Modified 26 seconds ago, that has to be my conversation. Yes. So now if I type something here, it appears on the page magically. So here a bot can pick it up, can learn from it, and actually it should. That was a greeting. Yeah, this is the next step. We will learn from the data we have. We will improve code we have automatically then. And yeah, maybe some better notifications. This should be a proper forum, and nowadays everything has desktop notifications. I did use them somewhere, they just have to be integrated into this website. Then it's both a usable forum and it is the super magic AI thing. For example, a question detector. Everything somebody types should be labeled. We have a little layout already for labels to be put under these lines. We'll use that. And here's the data set. These sentences are not questions. These ones are questions. And there's a detector function that actually does a pretty good job. Yes, here's the detector function. It checks the first word. for being either why or who or what, or something being a yes no question is the same thing, I guess. Yeah. It just checks the first word, basically. It works usually, but it doesn't work all the time. So this data set, along with some corrections, needs to be merged. And then the function needs to be augmented. And then we have an improved question detector. And then we wire it up to every chatbot. So every input is checked as being a question. Then we can check the bot output for being an answer. And if a question was not met with an answer, we flag. So the system will be very alert to everything that happens. There is a reaction. Every change in a post, every new post, every line of input, the system is going to spring to action. I think this is going to rock. The name is not misleading. Sadly, this great team we had is dispersed for now, more or less. They are still studying. University takes time. And it was just a formal thing. The internship ended. But I really, really want to build a new team now. Because working on my own is just not productive, really. Let's see how that's going to work. This system will right now produce results. We can make chatbots a lot better with this, because this optimization, this very important step of improving the recognition functions, that will be basically automatic in the end. We go from manual to semi-automatic to automatic. And I hope YouTube didn't pick up on the words here and thinks I'm talking about guns. This is a peaceful gun to shoot at, I don't know what, IBM. I shoot at IBM. I will want to defeat IBM with this. Alrighty. Talk to you later.